Hi, I'm Victoria Gallagher from HipTalk.com, and you're watching the second video in a couple of part series, or maybe another part after this. I'm not sure. Depends on how long I ramble on for. Anyway, we're talking about attracting love and how you can attract love by just listening to my story and seeing what you notice about what you can use in your own life. So, if you were watching part one, you know that I had been through several different relationships, and then I went through a very long period of being single. And the reason why I was single was because I was really sticking to my guns as far as what I wanted. However, there was a part of me, I think, that didn't really believe that I could have it. And so once I started listening to the hypnosis CD, I really did start to feel different. I felt like I could have it. I felt like I deserved it. And I felt like anybody who thinks about something long enough, there must be a reason why you have all those things that you're looking for. So, in my first part, I was talking about making a list, I was talking about not settling, and I was also talking about making sure that you measure up to the things on your list. And so, this next part is kind of an interesting thing. I think that it's really important that you do things in your life that you love to do. It's very interesting. I noticed this yesterday when I was at my hairdresser and I was thinking about all the different times that I attracted love into my life. And interesting enough, one thing some people know about me is that I'm a singer. I like to sing, and I don't do it professionally, but I like to go and do karaoke contests and things like that. So when I met my husband, I was in a rock band and I was a singer, and he was a bass player, and he came and auditioned for our band. So that's how I met that long-term relationship. Then when I met my second long-term relationship, he was a recording engineer. And so again, I was doing something that I love to do, and I contacted the studio and I went to go make a recording. And that was when we fell in love. And this third time around, I was involved in this karaoke contest in Las Vegas called Singsations. And it was due to a mass email that I had sent out to everyone in my email list to watch me on TV. I was going to be on TV. And so my now husband actually responded to this email. Now, this was 6 months after I had kind of rejected him and broken his heart and let him know that I wasn't really interested. And I really, at the time, I wasn't interested. So the timing 6 months prior to that just wasn't right for either one of us. I don't think the relationship actually would have worked out if we really, really seriously got together then. So all three times, it all happened when I was in the middle of doing something in my life that I really loved. I was really involved in it. So to me, that's another secret that you could apply in your life to finding the person of your dreams. A lot of people think, oh, go and do things that that other person that you're trying to attract, try and manipulate the situation where you're going and participating in certain activities where you might meet that man or that woman, but those aren't activities that you're really interested in. So if you participate in activities that you really, really love, that just really pull on your heartstrings, and they're just things that you can become really involved in, that to me opens up that wonderful feeling, that energy that is very attractive and makes you very attractive to the people that you're wanting to attract. And so that is another step. I think you need to be involved in something in your life that will help you to just turn on that good feeling. So anyway, trying to move forward in this to when the real magic began. My husband and I, at that time, we lived in Las Vegas. We moved to Virginia, and things kind of went downhill after we moved in together. And they actually went all the way downhill to where we had moved to Florida, and we moved into two separate places. And we even were not engaged anymore. We were engaged for a short period of time when we lived in Virginia. So about 2 years or so into our relationship, and this was during that kind of weird, funky time where we were living here in Florida and we were not living together, I had really started getting involved in watching The Secret. And I was watching The Secret, and I decided I was going to apply it every day in my life for 30 days. And I wasn't going to tell him. And I made this vision board of the two of us getting engaged, and I put all of the things on it. And every single day I started like really, really getting into a feel-good state for about 15 minutes a day. And the next thing you know, I had done this, and I had made a deadline that we would be engaged by the end of May of that year. And so I started doing this in about January or February. So yeah, it was roughly about February. By March, just before his birthday, which was March 9th, we broke up. And he told me that he didn't think that we would ever get married. And that totally broke my heart. And totally, like, I knew that the law of attraction was working, but I just thought that it was maybe working in a different way. What I told myself at that time when we broke up was that, okay, he's just not the one for me. And this is the universe's way of getting him out of the way, because maybe what I want more than anything is to be engaged and get married. And if he's not the right person for me and he doesn't want that with me, then there's no sense in my forcing that issue anymore or being with him anymore. I want to get engaged and I want to get married. And I don't want to be with somebody, it was one of those kind of debates. Well, do I want to be with him or do I want to be married and engaged? Well, he did at one time want to be married and engaged. So to me, this was kind of like I was not the right person for him anymore. So I didn't want to be with somebody who I wasn't right for or that wasn't right for me. So I made a commitment to myself that for 90 days, all I was going to do was work on me. I wasn't going to date anybody. I was going to get into the best shape of my life. I would never contact him, and I wouldn't drink alcohol. I didn't want to do anything that would, cause one of those midnight late desperation calls. So I did that, and by about the 80th, little into the 80s, day 80, he contacted me. We sort of ran into each other, and after we ran into each other, he contacted me and he said that he wanted to get together. And when we got together, we set up a date to get together again. And it was just, they were just little meetings. And so this next time that we got together, he proposed to me with a diamond ring. And this is the ring. And that was May 24th, 2007. That was the same year that in January, I had said that we would be engaged by the end of May. So the next part of it is using that law of attraction and feeling good and getting into that feeling state every day and doing that vision board. But it's also letting go of it. And that was probably one of the biggest things that I felt worked for me, was that it was trusting the universe, that the universe was going to respond to me, and it just may not look exactly like I had in mind. So I used the law of attraction, but then when things didn't look like they were happening for me, I let it go. I trusted the universe. I believed and I had faith. I knew that the law of the universe was working. And so we have celebrated our 2-year anniversary, May 24th. We got married in 2008. And everything is wonderful. And we're going to be married for the rest of our lives. And you can find the person that you're meant to be married to for the rest of your life by following the law of attraction. Thanks for watching.